What's up, everybody? This is William Petruzzo with Petruzzo Photography, your photographer extraordinaire. And I am in the process of preparing for my wedding tomorrow. And it's sort of a historic event because we've got one of the worst storms coming up the East Coast that we've seen here in a really long time. Hurricane Irene, the infamous. And I have shot plenty of weddings that had adverse weather conditions, rain and things like that, but I have never shot a wedding in the midst of what could very well be a fairly major disaster for this area. I know you people down in Florida and stuff are kind of laughing at us up here, but we don't get this kind of thing very often. So I am preparing myself, trying to really anticipate the challenges and be able to actually be there and be ready to capture whatever the day might look like. So as usual, I've got my cameras and my backup cameras. I have my standard main camera, which is the Canon 5D Mark II, and I of course am carrying with me one of the backups, which is a standard 5D, and I got another 5D just in case some disaster strikes and I'm left without one of those other cameras. But I'm also bringing with me this fancy little thing here called a Canon 40D, which is not technically a professional grade camera, but it does boast some things that the 5D doesn't, and it's going to help me get a little bit closer. And I really don't know if I'm going to need it, but it's a big storm, and who knows. So in addition to that, in most wedding situations, we would do our formal photographs with the wedding party outside, and that is probably not going to happen tomorrow. Although, a side note, that if you are getting married and you're thinking of doing something like having your formal photographs taken outside in the rain in the midst of a torrential downpour and stuff, let me know, because I think that would be pretty awesome. So because we're not going to be able to be outside for the pictures, those formal photos, we're going to need to do something creative and fun with the indoors, which is not always easy to do, at least not on a time crunch like you have at a wedding. So I am bringing 3 of these guys, and these are our flash units, and normally we bring a couple of them, for the reception and for family formals and things like that. But in this case, I'm going to bring all 3 because I don't know what I'm going to need to do to make something fun inside, make something exciting and memorable indoors. So we're ready with cameras and lighting equipment and things like that, and I think we're going to get something really cool. And of course, to go with that, we've got these little Photic Strato wireless transmitters, and that's just to free us up from having a jumble of wires and stuff, cluttering things up, and of course getting our light stands knocked over and stuff. With the potential for weather like we're having tomorrow, I don't know whether or not I'm going to be in situations where my gear can really stay dry, or at least as dry as it should be. So I've got one of these little guys, and I'll show you what this is. This is just a simple rain sleeve, and this goes over the camera and the lens and my whole arm, because the lens and the camera need to stay dry, and apparently so does my arm. So this, and if you're a photographer and you don't know about these things, I got to tell you, they are like $1.50 a piece, and they're a lifesaver. If you ever need to be out in the rain, out in the elements, the snow, whatever, this thing gives you all of the ability that you're going to need to do it. And going with that, because there's a really good chance that the front of my lens is going to get some water on it, I've also got some of these guys, these little lens wipes. And no, they're not really ideal for cleaning a camera lens, but they will do the trick in a pinch, and certainly a lot better than my shirt will or something like that. Another thing that we another challenge that we might have to face tomorrow is rain can really create a haze over the whole area, and it can diminish the clarity of images. So we've got our main lens, which is the 24-70, and that's kind of the primary lens for portraits, and a lot of the reception too. And to go with that, I've got this polarizer. The polarizer, it helps, going to help to bring down any glare or anything like that that might be introduced because of heavy rain and things like that. You know, and I might not need them. I don't know, so I'm bringing them anyway. And of course, just in case I walk into a door or get struck by lightning, medicine, Excedrin to be specific. Well, the store brand of Excedrin anyway. Of course, you know, in addition to that, we've got a first aid kit and road flares, jumper cables, things like that in the car, ready to go, just in case, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know, but I want to make sure that I can actually get to the wedding, because I can't take pictures very well over the phone. Not to mention, I'm not so sure that the bride really wants to sit there and talk to me on the phone, you know, while she's taking her vows and stuff. Although that would probably make a pretty funny YouTube video. So, you know what? That's about it. So we got everything here. We got everything ready to go. We're all packed up. We got this nice weather-resistant bag, and I think things are going to go well. And maybe we won't have the classic, you know, outdoor photos in the garden and things like that. But you know, we're going to have something cool. We're going to have something fun, and everybody's going to have a good time. And hopefully, we'll all be able to forget that it's the apocalypse outside. Or maybe it won't be. So we'll see. Anyway, wish me luck. This has been William with Petruzzo Photography, and see you next time.